podcast, the Working Man's DIY Brodown. This is episode 6, and today we're going to show you our goods. And by that I mean we're going to talk about shows that are good. First and foremost, let's find out how everyone's doing on this fine day. Alex, Zeke, how are you?
You know, I'm doing just swell.
Swell.
How about yourself, Aaron?
I'm swell.
Huh?
Eddie, how are you doing today?
Also
I'm
swell?
doing pretty good. You know, I got a couple of new Transformers at
different.
Target the other day, and
Are those Transformers swell?
I haven't opened them yet, but I'm assuming they will be.
They're probably pretty swell. We hope you're swell. While you're here, please
Like and subscribe.
click the little notification bell. And if you'd be so kind, leave a comment, interact for the love of crack, people.
Boop the snoot.
Let's do this. Today, we're going to talk about 3 of our favorite TV shows. We've got some consensus picks at the end, as well as a bunch of honorable mentions. But we are going to give you 3 of our favorite TV shows so that while you're lying at home, hiding from the Rona, you can go and check them out. Some of these shows, I'm sure, have plenty of seasons, plenty of episodes, plenty of time spent binging. Other ones might be a little more brief. Maybe they only got 1 season. But either way, we're going to fill you up with a bunch of shows that are good. Eddie, why don't you start us off? What 3 shows are so good that everyone should check them out?
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
My first show is You're the Worst.
I don't know that show. What
Very
is it?
cool show. Aya Cash, and I can't remember the other guy.
I have heard of that
Guy's
show.
not- He's
What's
like
the
he's
concept?
British.
Also, what's
He's-
the platform?
It's on FX.
Okay.
It's a show from like a few years ago, but they're a couple. They meet, I think, after they broke up with their significant others. But they're like just such terrible people that they work together so well at being terrible. Like
You're the
to
worst?
everybody else, yeah,
I'm gonna have to check
and
this
even
out.
to each other.
Is it funny?
It's really funny.
I'll have to check
It should
this
be
out.
on Hulu, right?
Yes,
Because they have a
I
lot
believe.
of. They have
I
most of
don't
the
have
FX stuff.
Hulu.
But it's me
I
and,
have
me and
Disney,
Amanda's, me and Amanda's
Redbox, or
favorite, like
Redbox,
one of our favorite shows.
The hell do I have?
'Cause there's
Netflix, not
like,
Redbox. Christ.
You know, just so much crazy shit happens, and sometimes it gets like a little serious. But everybody is just so mean to each other on the show. It's
In a funny way, though.
yeah,
Okay. Number 2.
but sometimes not.
Number 2.
My number 2 show on Amazon Prime,
Okay. What is it?
The Boys.
Oh, what a great show.
The Boys, really cool, gritty.
Season 2 was awesome.
Don't tell me anything about it, like because I started
is that
it.
where we got to season 2, right?
We're through 2 seasons, yeah.
Aya Cash was on season 2 from You're the Worst, and she plays such a awesome,
Who
like,
is she on season 2?
bitchy superhero person. Like,
she the-
just like her character on You're the Worst.
But who is she? Is she the Storm chick?
Stormfront.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't know that's who Aya Cash is. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's
Number 3.
number 3, Atlanta.
I've
Atlanta.
never seen that show either.
Oh.
It's incredible.
One of the best shows.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
So funny. A lot of like uncomfortable moments. He's managing his rapper cousin. His cousin's a rapper. Just like in the local Atlanta scene, and they just have like a couple characters that are just like awesome, like Lakeith Stanfield,
Really
I think
funny.
he is. He's just like a weird, like always high friend that's just always hanging around, but he's really interesting and like he's always doing.
He's
like,
one of my favorites.
like when
yeah.
they have one of the episodes where it's just like him and you're focusing on him and what he does like for his day.
Is it the one where he's like making all the trades? No, that's
Yeah.
where he goes with him.
Yeah, he goes
Yeah.
with him and he's like making all of these trades just to get like a
And he's
like
like, yeah,
a
what the
litter.
hell?
He's like, yeah, 12 months we'll have like a litter of puppies that are worth $4,500 each or something. But it started with like a katana blade and like
It is
it's
I will have to
one of
check.
my favorites for sure.
I will have to check.
I gotta watch it
two
again.
Of your 3
It's-
I have
it's-
not seen.
It's one of those ones where you got to go back and watch it again because
Okay.
it's just so funny.
Alex, what do you got for our 3?
All right, so I did have a different top 3, but I'm calling an audible. But I'll start with the ones that were.
It's a ballsy maneuver, Cat, and we'll have to see how it plays out for him.
Hit like and subscribe.
Number 1 that I'm going to mention, not necessarily like my favorite of all time, but
No, it's got to be that.
We already know your favorite of all time. Just say it.
Community.
There it is. That's the one.
Yeah, I mean, Community, like, you know, and speaking of Atlanta, I mean that's where
Donald Glover, yeah.
that's where he got his start, and you know, and even before he blew up in music, Childish Gambino. I mean, that dude is a Renaissance man.
You're a Renaissance man.
But I mean, just the ensemble, like every actor in it was perfect, and it's probably the best thing that Chevy Chase ever did in his career.
I watched like 1 or 2 episodes and I really liked it.
Well, there's an episode that's not allowed on Netflix anymore.
Oh
You
yeah,
told
I
me
read about that.
But
I
I
read
don't
about
know
that.
if we should go into it. Should we go
No,
into
no,
it?
go
No,
into
yeah,
it.
no, I mean,
cool?
yeah,
Go
I mean,
into
like it because it was the best episode of the show, Advanced Dungeons and Dragons,
Oh, I like that.
and the reason that they cut that episode out of Netflix is because because in the opening, Ken Jeong.
Oh, I like him.
Yeah, that was also his springboard too. I mean, like just incredible ensemble, and he's just hilarious and brilliant in it too. But he's quote unquote blackface because he's role playing a drow, which is a dark elf, and their skin is literally black.
I get it.
Okay.
But I mean, like immediately, Shirley's character. One of the black people on this show immediately addresses it and says, "Oh, we're just going to ignore that hate crime." It's like,
Isn't the joke that they don't know?
well, no, I mean like the joke. Well, yeah, the joke is they don't realize that he's dressed
Yeah.
as a drow, and then he explains it. And anybody who's a medieval fantasy nut, Dritz
It
Dwarden,
sounds
all
funny.
that-
Gets it? Yeah.
No, I mean it's hilarious, and I mean like and also Chevy Chase is incredibly brutal in that episode, picking on this dude Fat Neil about his weight, and like the reason that they created this game of Dungeons and Dragons is because they thought he was suicidal, so they tried to create a game
Take his mind off it.
that would boost his spirits and make him feel better about himself. It's really a beautiful episode. So
Sounds cool.
Netflix,
Okay.
you done fucked up. I mean,
And
like,
now I can't watch it.
What's number 2?
well, I mean, like, what's hypocritical about that?
You got the DVDs?
What's hypocritical about that too? I do have the DVDs, so yes, I'll definitely give it to you.
Okay.
No, but I mean, they have that Chappelle show on there, and there's like all kinds of like nut shit on the Chappelle show, but
Did you say
Netflix
nut
is-
shit?
all kinds
You
of
said up nut shit.
yeah,
Amazing.
yeah.
Shit's nuts.
That shit's nuts. Right, I flipped it. Yeah,
Oh, you just don't hear those words in that order.
I know, nut shit. Yeah, shit
All right,
full
what
of
do you got
nuts.
for number 2, bro?
Number 2, X-Men, the animated series from the 90s.
I mean, come on.
Without a doubt. I mean, like, one of the things that's incredible about that show, though, is
Mon
that,
ami.
I used to set
Yes,
the VCR to
yes.
record it, like at Saturday morning.
dude, like
at like 10 a.m. I think 10 or 10:30 came on.
At one point, there was like I think on the Disney Kids channel, way back in the day, like it was like channel 120 something. They would like play all the X-Men animated series like episodes like throughout the
I think
course
the
of weeks.
Sentinels were
And
the
I
first
t- and I-
bad guy that I actually disliked. Like Sabretooth, I never was like, oh, I hate you. I kind of was like, well, you're cool. Sentinels were the first thing I was like, I hate you.
Haven't
Stop
watched
going
them.
after everyone
Night
with
of the
powers.
Sentinels. That's the first episode.
Stop going after everyone with powers. And
I
what
watched those again. I haven't watched those in like fucking 30 years.
The voice actors.
fucking years.
The voice actors on that show were just like so convincing and perfect for all those. I mean, the dude that did Wolverine, like, come on, I go where I want to go. And then, yeah, like Gambit, Mon
only-
ami,
the
hey,
only-
Cher,
The only thing I remember from that show, like any of the dialogue, is morph or something. Like
they did more. They did more.
died or something.
They did more wrong, yeah. But I understand why
No,
Cyclops
no, I
made
mean,
the
not
call.
necessarily because, like, later on,
I
like,
get why Cyclops made the call.
oh, dude, and the voice actor for Cyclops, he was perfect. He really went, like, they all went all in. I just love that about an animated series. Anyways.
Before that, there was a VHS that when I was younger, one
I
of
have
my
it.
mom's- one of my mom's
I
friends
still have it.
brought it over and let me borrow it. I'm like, this is so cool. Like, and I only had it on this tape that was in my hand.
That was before it went into rotation as a show. There's the X-Men VHS.
like if you know the X-Men arcade game, it's more like based off of that. Like, and it's only like 30 minutes long.
Oh, the 80s X-Men.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is also really cool because
Yeah.
Nightcrawler was like a permanent member, and Colossus,
Which he
Yeah,
became.
Colossus.
He's
And,
technically
Dazzler was in there.
Dazzler, and then Kitty Pryde.
Yep.
Kitty. Yeah.
But
Yeah, you could walk through walls.
Nightcrawler is technically a member of Excalibur, but I got you.
I mean, like member of multiple things. I mean, like
Right.
listen, oh my god,
That if you look on the back of his card, which I still have,
I got some of
Excalibur.
those
No,
fucking
true.
cards with some Ninja Turtle cards and
I have
some
some of
Dick
those
Tracy
comics.
cards right over here.
Number 3.
Number 3. It just dawned on me. I have to go with the Adventures of Pete and Pete.
Oh yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Just incredible, like so feel good and so bizarre and just
One I remember
wholesome.
is like the King of the Road episode. I think.
King of the Road, where they all have to like take off all their clothes to make the bigger pile than the other one
I just
on their
like,
road trip, right?
I just
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
like what he had to like do so many different things. I like vaguely remember, but I just
Yeah,
remember
because they were
like,
trying, like they were competing with this like road trip family next to them,
Yeah.
and started like piling shit on top of their car.
You did a lot of. I think I like about your picks is very nostalgic.
Yeah, so nostalgic. I mean,
I like it.
I would be totally okay
you can on
if I only
YouTube-
had those 3 shows for the rest of
Dude,
my life.
on YouTube right now, and I've watched it like 2 times. It's a 4-hour block of Fox 32 Kids Club, and it plays like the old Peter Pan show and like
Oh,
Eek the
dude.
Cat, and then
All those cartoons,
like the new Tom and like. But there's also like a block of like cartoons, and I remember
I love Tom and
like
yeah,
Jerry.
back in the 90s, like Cartoon Network would play like
I still love
Tom and Jerry,
Jerry.
like all the classic
I remember the ones
That
that
fucking
Warner
mouse
Brothers
is,
shit.
That
remember
fucking
the-
mouse is vicious.
I remember watching the Fox 32 because I'm like, oh, I don't remember this show. Oh, that must mean it changed it to like Channel 2 or Channel 5 because like something else cooler was on. Like I can't even remember like the show's name. Muppet Babies,
Oh, I love Muppet
Channel
Babies.
2, I think. So many good shows.
All right, I think I'm up. Yeah.
Yeah, but just to wrap up, I just want to say probably my favorite episode. I don't know if you remember this one. Is it's called Nightcrawlers, where they defy their parents by staying up all night, and
I kind of remember.
and there's the one girl that like stays awake by like staring at the sun and having a solar sneeze. And then of course like Artie, the strongest man in the world.
yeah.
So good.
Such a
Anyways,
crazy
AA
show.
Ron,
Hey, Ron.
tell us what you got,
I just ate,
brother.
I just ate 10 pieces of Hershey's.
Holy moly! I better have some of these before you eat them all up.
Bad shit happens when you party naked. Okay.
But we ain't naked.
Yet.
In his head, you are. I mean, we.
No.
In his head, in his head.
Naked,
Aaron, what are your topics?
Number 1. Big shock to not a goddamn person. Game of Thrones.
That was gonna be in my top 3. But
Chocolate's good.
Outside of the fact that they cut season 7, was it 7? Is that the final season 7?
I gotta say,
ended
I didn't
correctly,
watch, I
but
didn't
it was
watch
rushed.
The show. I didn't watch the show, but sometimes Amanda would be watching it, and I would just be like, "Oh, what the
dude,
fuck?" are you
it's
watching?
amazing.
And I'm like, "This guy doesn't have a dick."
No, yeah,
And there's
no,
still,
it's
like-
amazing. So outside of the fact that they
looks
cut the last season down in episodes and rushed the shit
Yeah.
out of her heel turn.
It
I remember her
it
watching
ended
that.
correctly though. Would you agree?
No, the ending's right, and
The ending's perfect.
Everything is cool. The problem is it literally happened from one episode to the next.
Right.
She went from like, "Oh my god, I'm good. I love you, John. I'll never fucking be without you," to the next episode being like,
no
"I
spoilers,
will
no spoilers.
burn you
They're
all."
not gonna fucking remember. They're not gonna
Spoilers.
remember.
Spoil this.
Hey,
Number 2 for me.
gross.
Show that you
you
guys
wanna.
may not know about. Orlando Bloom. Fantastic. Carnival Row. Came out on Amazon Prime maybe a year ago.
Oh.
And
Who is
man,
it?
Orlando Bloom.
Okay.
The show's called Carnival Row. Yeah, Legolas. Goddamn right. I got my dad into it, and he's asked me a couple of times, like, they're doing a second season of that, right? And I'm like, it must be good if my old man's asking me. But basic principle, what the fuck's the word I'm looking for? Concept, plot. Basic plot.
Legolas.
Yeah, Legolas. Legolas is in a fictitious army for whatever country it is that's fictitiously being depicted. And there are fairies that are more or less subjugated humans or slaves. They're prostitutes. And over time, he figures out more about who he was because a lot of his childhood is missing, and you'll see the plot twist coming. But it is a goodie. So Carnival Row season 2 should be forthcoming on Amazon Prime.
I'll have to check that out.
That is my
Yeah, that
second
sounds
one.
awesome.
My third one, which is the only thing that I watched that doesn't have some kind of parental advisory, if you will, would be the good old-fashioned, wholesome and hearty, but bad as fuck, The Flash on CW. Barry Allen is my favorite fucking superhero. And it's not just because he can run so fast that he can phase through solid objects, or that he can run
He
all
can
the way
phase?
right through things, through walls, anything. Yeah.
I guess that would really help when you can go really fast.
Yeah. He can run into the past. He was run all the way back to before he was born. He's run all the way into the future, like 40 years. Like, his superpowers are fucking ridiculous.
Do you
I
think
love
he
it.
could run me back into the 90s so I can watch Muppet Babies on Saturday morning?
Yeah. I mean, like, he might be able to do that.
I loved Muppet Babies.
He
Oh
might
my
have been
God.
able to do that before you finished the phrase Muppet Babies.
That's fast.
Yeah.
Do you remember the one they did that was an ode to Star Wars?
Kind of, yeah, a
That's
little
great.
bit.
Anyways.
The Flash, though, the reason that I think that show has always stuck with me, like the character in general, but the show, they do such a good job depicting a young child that witnesses his mother get killed by something that cannot be explained. And when he comes to, he's fucking 4 blocks away. And nobody believes him, and they blame it on his dad, and his dad goes to prison, and he spends like his entire life growing up without a mother, because she's dead, and a father who's in prison, knowing that his dad didn't kill his mom and that something inexplicable killed his mom. And then as things turn out, you find out that he becomes the Flash because there is a gigantic science experiment essentially at a lab that goes wrong. A particle accelerator blows up, and everybody, this is how all the superheroes, and they call them metahumans, this is how they're all created. You know, if you were in the middle of screwing a light bulb in and the dark matter from the particle explosion hit you, you would have some kind of power related to light.
Are
So
you
there's
talking about
met-
like? Are
so
you
there's a
talking about
lot of-
DC in general? or-
No, this is how the Flash.
Oh, okay.
So is
Comes
there a
to
lot
be.
of people that are different?
Oh, there's shitloads of them. Yeah.
Oh,
Good,
really?
Good and bad.
So as
yeah.
opposed to mutants, it's metahumans.
Metahumans, and it's all because of a science experiment gone wrong.
That sounds cool.
Yeah, it's bad as hell. He was in the middle of closing. He works in the police
He
department.
was in the middle of flashing somebody at the police station.
Well, nobody would blame him for that. I mean, come on. Everybody loves a good hello, hanging low. Anyways, he works as a forensic scientist or whatever for the police department, and he's at his lab, and there's like one of those open ceiling tiles that you can like open and close, you know, by hand with a chain.
Can you put a flash drive in there?
No, he was in the middle of closing it when lightning struck the chain and the particle accelerator had exploded. So he got hit with the dark matter as the lightning hit. So now he is literally processing his cells, everything, at the speed of lightning. He's
Badass.
supercharged as a motherfucker.
So Aaron, what's your number 2?
I already told you all 3. Game of Thrones, Carnival Row.
yeah, Carnival Row.
Gotta forgive us. We've been imbibing. It happens. We like
Yeah,
the beers.
Yeah, we've been vibing.
Hey, Alex, what are these beers called?
Little something, something.
Little
By your favorite brewery, what is it?
Lagunitas.
So again, it's a bro down, goddammit. So you're
Lagunitas.
broing down with us.
All right.
So those are my 3. Now I know we've decided
Yes, we have a holy trinity.
a holy trinity of consensus. Why don't you give us one of them?
One of them is The Magicians.
Oh yeah,
We all like. I remember I watched it a little bit
I
when
was
it
so
came
far
out,
ahead of you guys on
and
this.
then I just stopped watching it after like I don't know season 2 or something, or maybe it wasn't back on yet, and I just forgot about it. I'm like, and then I got Amanda into it, and then I told you about it, and you were like, "Oh yeah, I already watched it."
I'd
I
never
love
missed.
it."
I'd never missed
no,
an
I mean
episode.
you guys are what got me into it, and
And
I got my lady into it too.
My
Lauren.
crush is on Olivia Taylor-Dudley, so I mean, I've been obsessed with that show since the first episode hit the air.
My crush is Quinn.
That makes sense.
Quentin?
Quentin Coldwater.
Quinn. I said Quinn for.
Yeah, but
Quinn.
Quentin Coldwater.
Quentin Coldwater.
Jason,
Oh my God.
aka Jason Ralph. That's his real name.
Jason Ralph. 2 first names.
What's our second consensus pick? And may not have a mask on his face that he never takes off because this is the way.
Oh, the Mandalorian.
The 3 M's.
Without a
Remember,
doubt.
we got to remember it's the 3 M's.
That's right.
How
Yeah, the
good is the
The
Mandalorian?
Mandalorian is awesome.
Incredible. I mean, like,
You don't
It's
even
just
have to be.
It's a space western.
I was gonna say you don't even
Right.
have to be.
since
a Star
the
Wars
original
guy.
trilogy, it's the greatest thing to happen to the Star Wars universe.
And I've never been in this. I don't know anything. I don't really care about Star Wars. I mean, it's cool.
My favorite thing about
It's
it is that
cool,
you
but
do
it's
not
like-
have to be a diehard Star Wars
Yeah.
fan to realize the Mandalorian's awesome.
Like I loved it that he was like fighting with that android, and they were like fighting. I was like, this is so awesome.
Yeah.
Like the android, I think
The
he
one-
had like
'cause
a
he doesn't
code or
trust
something,
droids,
too.
yeah.
he doesn't
Yeah.
trust droids at all. And then number 3 on our consensus pick, big time Aaron and Eddie pick, Married with Children.
Yes.
I mean, Ed O'Neill, Katie Seagal,
Those writers.
yeah.
just
Ed O'Neill. And
David
Katie Faustino,
David Faustino, Christina Applegate. Al, did you miss me? With every bullet so far, Peg. That's all you need to know. Married with Children would be flagged to high hell today.
He loved that toilet.
Oh, he did. But my God, if you understand that it's a joke, then it's the fucking
They're just
funniest
all
show.
good jokes.
Yeah.
They're just good, like
Everything.
dumb,
Everything is.
but perfectly
I
timed.
mean, everything's amazing in that
I think
show.
I watched something that was like a little document, like hour long. I don't know if it was like anniversary.
No, they
or
did the
what was it?
anniversary. Yeah, they did
Was
the
they-
big, long
But
anniversary.
they talked about like the writers and those two
Yeah,
guys.
because it was supposed to come back for one more season and everything. Yeah.
Somebody got sick or something, or
No, it got canceled without them, or they
I
couldn't get
thought they
somebody renewed or
separated. I
something.
thought somebody got sick and the
I don't
two
think so
writers.
because they
I
talked.
really don't
They talked
remember.
about bringing it back now, but then they decided it's been too long. I don't know. That would be amazing.
it would-
oh, that
it
would
would-
though. They could
It would
totally
be-
do that.
Yeah. So okay, let's quickly, and I mean quickly, motherfucker, go through some honorable mentions. Alex, why don't you try to give me like 5?
Okay.
if you can.
The show Love, which is done by Judd Apatow.
Oh yeah,
It's only one.
Awesome.
It's only one season, but I
it's
mean,
good.
like I love that he has like a group of musician friends,
yeah. They just
and they create songs for like television shows they love, like or movies like Carlito's Way, or it's Carlito's Highway. It's either Carlito's Way or the Carlito Highway or something like
Okay.
that.
oh my god.
You got any more?
Oh yeah, the Batman animated series from the '90s.
Excellent.
I mean, again, like the voice,
Voice acting.
Mark Hamill.
just nuts. Yeah.
Okay. What else?
Also, I have
If you can give me one more, that'd be good. We'll do 3 each, maybe.
boy.
So you've done 2. How about Uno Mas?
From 3
Well-
to 3E.
I would say The Wire that was on HBO. I mean, like just the way that it delves into.
Wasn't that in his top 3?
Those are top 3, bro.
No, it was going to be.
Oh, is The
'cause
Wire the one he
called
took out?
I called an audible.
Yeah, he did the audible.
I-
Ah, fuck.
and
the
subbed it. Oh,
That's
you thought you had me. Huh?
I was sleeping at that part.
Yeah. So The Wire. The Wire would be an honorable mention. Everyone should check it out.
Absolutely. I mean, just the way it delves into society and every aspect
I've
of
heard
it.
good things.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Do you have 3 honorable mentions, or do you want me to give them, or you?
Well, you can go.
You want me to give them? Okay.
Yeah,
Sticking with my Flash love, Arrow, unbelievable show.
yeah.
A little more violent than your typical DC CW kind of show, but Arrow,
Is it
unbelievable.
violent? Really, you think?
Oh yeah, I mean he murders people. Everyone else just locks him
yeah,
up.
but that's always happening.
Name another show where they on CW where
mean,
they
like,
actually
in real
murder
life.
people. Yeah, well, duh.
I watched Channel 9 in the morning.
Yeah,
There's a lot of people getting shot.
He's not wrong. I mean, I don't know how many by
He ain't lying.
fucking arrows, but he's not wrong. But Arrow, incredible show. I will say I know I had 2 more just a second ago. They were great shows, and now I'm drawing a blank. Give me one of yours while
How
I
it's
think.
made.
I don't know that show.
Oh yeah.
How it's made. They just make shit on the TV. You can just
Yeah,
sit
is that
down and
on
watch
is that on
them.
Discovery or National Geographic or something like that?
I don't
It's
know.
on one of
It's like in the
those.
side.
I remembered
Science
them now.
Channel?
Science Channel. Okay, yeah.
I think.
Honorable mentions. I'm back. The Walking Dead.
I was
I was
Do you
really.
watch Fear the Walking Dead?
I did. I used to do both of them. I haven't watched either of them
The
the last
Walking Dead,
couple of years.
another show like
'cause we
like Game
watched-
of Thrones,
we-
like the emotional
Yeah.
investment.
Basically,
yeah.
I watched Walking Dead.
We haven't watched like the newest ones yet.
No, I
And
mean,
we're
either.
kinda- and
I
we're
haven't-
kind of like,
I
do
think
we
I,
want to?
Yeah, Walking Dead. I think I made it through like 8 seasons,
with
and
the
I was into
introduction
it.
of Negan, I mean, like that, like
I like Negan though.
Yeah, but
Negan. See, but like I'm not that. I do want to finish
They
it at
wanna,
some
like-
point, but
Yeah,
I
it's still
I dropped
going.
off around
Actually,
Negan.
you
we
can't
watched-
finish it. It's still going.
The last time we
That's
watched
why I
it, it
stopped,
was like
though.
Maggie came back and like, you know, Negan's there and he's like kind of
Maggie's
really
kinda like
trusted.
the bad guy
and
now,
she's like,
yeah.
and she's
Well,
like,
wait,
well, he killed my
yeah.
fucking, well, he killed my fucking husband.
Yeah. With a bat. That was brutal.
Yeah.
But Walking Dead would be
Stuff you
number 2
already
for
know.
me. Number 3, Breaking Bad.
Really good.
So
when he
good.
throws that bag,
I've yet to
dude,
finish it.
he throws
You
that
didn't
bag.
finish it?
He knows this stuff will explode, so he
yeah.
made it and he like threw
No,
the bag.
one of my favorite parts of that entire show is when Jesse doesn't go and get the
Pink Man.
Pinkman, yeah, but he doesn't go and get the plastic tubs that he's told to get, and he comes back and he's like, "Yeah, man, I don't know why you got me driving all over this town for those fucking totes when I could just use a perfectly good bathtub upstairs." And he's like, "You did not put that dead body in acid in the bathtub." And he's like, "Yeah, why?" He steps out in the hallway and he looks, and all of a sudden the fucking ceiling breaks through and the body's all decomposed. And he's like,
Is that season 2?
Yeah.
Or- yeah.
yeah.
Man.
It might be season 1, actually.
I left off somewhere in
it's-
season 3, and I
I
know
think
I need
it's
to finish
that
it
might
because I've heard
actually
it's one of the
Really?
best of all time. Yeah.
It's great, yeah. But I think that might actually be
I thought
season 1,
everybody
now
had
that I'm thinking
finished
about
Season
it.
2, isn't that the one where it had like the burnt teddy bear, and it's like, what the hell? Like, you know, it would show a little bit of that like every episode, and
Oh,
then finally,
dude, I don't
in
know.
the final episode of season 2, you figure out like a plane crashes or something.
Yeah,
like-
no, I don't remember. It's got to be
Yeah.
season 1, though, but because they haven't even gotten to like.
You know what I'm talking
Anything,
about, though,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like there was that
Kinda.
season.
It's been a while.
there was
since
a
I've
season
seen
where it
him.
was
Just finish it.
okay.
So, you've got 2 more for me. 2 more honorable mentions.
Oh,
Dude.
I gotta go with right now. The show Resident Alien that's on. It's really funny. It's on Sci-Fi.
I don't watch a lot of funny. I realize that. I'm not into
It's
funny.
funny,
I
but
do.
it's like
I do
it's like
fantasy
this
and
alien
superheroes and
there's
shit.
an alien here. He killed a doctor and now he like shape shifted into like his like body, but like his body was thrown in the whatever in the lake. And his ship crashed here, so he's got to stay and like find all the parts for his ship. But he's up in the mountains, so it's like snowy, so you can see his tracks. Like eventually, like he's just going like every day. And then
What's this show called?
Resident Alien,
What's it on?
Sci-Fi,
Okay.
and he's got so like, but they killed the doctor in this town in the mountains, and like they're hours away from wherever. The doctor's dead, and he's a doctor, and he doesn't like know anything. He learns everything watching on the DVD, like how to talk. It's not the wire, like Law and Order,
because
Law
he's
and
got
Order.
a fake being a human.
Yeah, so he's got to be a doctor and like still be able to find his stuff, but he's like interacting and becoming.
But
like,
it's funny.
It's real funny because he's like learning. He's
Oh,
like,
it's gotta be totally
That is
awkward.
funny.
Totally awkward. Yeah.
like just totally awkward.
I'll have
but,
to check
But
this
that
out.
guy always like nails it. He's like Alan Tudyk.
The dude who was in Firefly.
Yeah. In Dodgeball, he was Steve the
Yeah,
Pirate.
right. Yeah.
He's like,
Arr.
somebody had a meme that they just
Yeah,
posted
that-
recently.
and A
he's
Knight's
like,
Tale.
He was
I mean-
he was the robot in iRobot, Sonny.
Oh,
Remember him?
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So good.
What's your third honorable mention?
My third honorable.
Mention is the TV show Sliders.
Sliders.
Yes.
Aaron
Like
has,
White Castle?
has deployed the emergency Doritos.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like what's his name? It's Jerry O'Connell or something. He
Jerry O'Connell. He's been
From
around
Stand
forever.
By Me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's Quinn, not Quinn. I said Quinn earlier, but it was Quentin. He's got this thing. It looks like a TV remote, and he can open up portals, and he goes to like different realities or whatever in time, and he has to find his way back. But I'm not sure if they all go at the same time. But there's like a professor. There's like a guy who's a singer. He's like the Magic Man or whatever.
So is it like a team of them then?
So there's like 4 different people,
Okay.
and they're sliding into different realities or different universes. Like they slide into it, and they have to like figure out how to get. Their slides are not always like they can't
Accurate?
slide. Yeah, they can. It's like we got to be in this world for 4 days, or it's like 20 minutes. Like, and they got to do something. And like
What channel is this on?
this came on Fox
is it
32 around the time that X-Men came on.
Oh, so this is old.
It's like mid 90s,
Shit, I never even heard of this.
late 90s.
It's a great concept.
Like generic kind of effects. And they have to just keep on sliding. Like they get to a universe where like it's current times. It's kind of like, modern times or whatever. But like everybody's getting sick and they don't know what to do. And then it ends up where it's like, oh, you guys don't have penicillin in this reality. So they just go in the garbage and they just get like some mold and they like
Make their own.
yeah, and they make, but it's like it's just
exist.
weird, different, like, or sometimes it'll be in the future, or it'll be in like, it'll be like if some kind of war. I don't know. I'm not really good with like. It'll be like if Russia didn't do something.
Dude,
like,
I do remember this show. Oh
the
my
guy,
God.
the guy that plays, who's the short, stubby guy, the dwarf with the axe.
Gimli?
Yeah, he's the professor.
No shit.
Yeah, who was also in Indiana Jones, right?
Yeah.
I think so.
Raiders of the Lost Ark. I mean, he's his buddy from
He's the guy with like the
I don't really remember
He's got the
Indiana
Apu
Jones
hat on.
movies.
Fez. A Fez.
what is it called?
A Fez.
You didn't know that. I just knew Apu had one.
That 70s show.
Great show. Fucking hilarious.
Isn't that his name, Fez?
Oh.
Oh,
no,
it
no.
is.
But he was asking.
The hat. I didn't know
Yeah,
what the hat was
yeah.
called.
No, I know.
So.
Actually, that might not be it either. I mean, there's a lot of different hats. And,
Oh, did you say, do I have another show? Yeah, I do have one. It's called Baskets.
oh.
Baskets. It's, what's his name? With the beard from Zach Galifianakis.
I was gonna say with the beard.
With the beard. This beard. Is it this guy? Zach Galifianakis.
I've heard about that.
He really wants to be a clown. He goes to clown school or whatever.
Really?
He's in a relationship
That's a
with this
real
girl
thing.
from Paris.
Like Clown Academy's a
or
real thing.
France or something, and she's like, she only obviously married him so she can get like citizenship, and she just treats him like shit. And he's just like, oh, okay, baby, I'll just come back later. Like, and he's just like the saddest clown ever. And Louis,
That's funny
but
as hell.
he's trying to be like a professional clown. And nobody's taking him seriously. And Louis Anderson plays his mom. And Louis Anderson just plays like the best. Oh, hey, chap. Like, it's so funny. And,
One more time. What
and
is this called?
Baskets.
I am
It's
totally
canceled.
watching this.
They cancel it, but it's like four.
What was it on?
Like 4 or 5 FX.
So
Like
it's
all the
probably
shows
on
that I
Hulu.
watch are on FX.
Probably on Hulu, dude.
I watch a lot of sci-fi.
But he also plays his twin, and his twin is like obviously his twin, and he's just such a dick, and he's like lives in his van or something. I don't know. It's so funny, and they have a rodeo. They buy a rodeo for some reason. I can't remember why, but they canceled it, and it's just really hilarious.
It sounds funny as shit.
That is all of
Like
my
when you
picks.
when you said he's just a really sad
Dicks.
clown, like that. That's like an oxymoron. I loved it.
Yeah.
So
Also, an honorable mention to Kablam, one of the greatest Nickelodeon shows of all time.
Never heard of it.
me neither.
Prometheus and Bob, Action League Now. You don't remember any of that shit?
No.
What about Stick Stickly in the summers?
No.
Ren and Stimpy.
I remember
Rocco's,
Ren and Stimpy.
Rocco's Modern Life.
Rocco's, yeah.
I remember
Real
Sabrina the
Monsters.
Teenage Witch.
Sabrina
Yeah,
the Teenage Wish. Yeah.
Wish. Wish.com.
Maybe not.
Clarissa explains it all.
Oh, I
Salute,
loved that
salute
show.
your shorts. Clarissa explains it
Hey,
all.
dude.
Hey, dude.
Yippee-ki-yay.
Wild and Crazy Kids, Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Does anybody remember the show Herman's Head?
Yeah.
Fucking incredible show.
Fox 32. X-Men.
No,
Batman the Animated
it was
Series.
basically like Al Bundy inside of somebody's head. It was amazing. I loved it.
I remember watching it when it came on, and so I was like really young. I was like 8 years old. I
We
was
used
like,
to-
this show's cool. Whatever happened?
And we
They had a
Pee-wee's
lot of
Playhouse?
weird TV
because
shows.
we used to do Simpsons, that, and Married with Children. Like boom, boom, boom.
Simpsons.
Back in the day, they had like the weirdest TV shows that would come out.
Yeah.
I think
So.
they had one that was like The Stupids or something.
Oh wait, I have to talk about Elf. I love Elf.
Is it a Christmas movie?
ALF.
Elf. You said Elf. What
No, I
did you
said
hear?
Elf.
What did you hear?
I heard Elf.
Aren't you guys saying Elf?
Elf.
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 Not Elf.
Elf. The one that
Not
eats
Elf.
the fucking cat.
Elf. Elf. Elf.
The guy that eats the cats, he's from a different planet. That guy.
Yeah,
I have to talk about that. A great show.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pogs, am I right?
Remember Pogs, Bart? Well, they're back. Or no, what was it? Not Pogs. It was remember Alf. Remember Alf, Bart? Well, he's back and in Pog form.
God, man.
Does anybody remember? What was the show? Well, the Wonder Years was awesome. Winnie was hot.
Oh yeah. That was a big deal when he. I don't know. Something with Winnie when he kissed
She was
Winnie
really
or
hot.
something.
Yeah. And then what was the show where the girl was a robot? Vicky.
Yeah. Small Wonder.
Excellent show. He's not old enough for this.
Small Wonder.
Dun, dun.
I don't know if I remember that.
She was just
He's
like some
not old enough for
android that
that.
the dad made, and like.
But nobody knew she was an android.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I got an important one.
And she talked like this.
Like she was obviously a fucking android.
The Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the greatest episodes of any show of all time are the
they had
Twilight Zone. Iconic.
What other? They had like Tales from the Dark Side. You remember that? Mm-hmm. It was on
Tales
channel
from the Crypt.
Tales from the Crypt. Tales from
Outer
the Dark
Limits.
Side was like
X-Files.
on
X
channel 9.
Files. I was gonna say X Files, dude.
It was just such a cool show, like creepy, weird show. I remember like one with a goblin. They're just like random weird stories where it's like
Rock of Love season 1 and 2.
No.
Cricket sounds are
Maybe
going
not.
to be inserted right here.
Brett Michaels, real D-bag in that show.
Is he the guy that always wears the bandana?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Captain Plugs.
Every road has its own.
Every bald head has some plugs.
That's him?
Yeah.
Just like every
Anyways.
hell.
Bunch of Doritos, 10 Hershey's, and a beer later. My name's Aaron.
My name's Alex.
And I'm
Eddie.
This has been episode 6 of the Albus Podcast. Thank you. Please like, subscribe, leave your comments, and ring the notification bell. We are out of here.